Aloha World. Today I'm giving you a review on TS Madison Experience on WeTV. First of all, I love you, TS Madison. If you are watching this and you see my black ass on this screen, I love everything about you and your team. Y'all just remind me of like the experience of most unspoken, struggling gay black people, male, female, or transgender in America, because our families don't talk about this shit. Okay, I'm gonna start. The show is just basically she came from like I remember when she first started, and it was just like her humble beginnings on the internet. Her and Funky Dineva. Now the catch 22 is I used to make videos back in the day, fell off, life shit happened, stopped making them. Watch these two, Funky Dineva, I love you, and TS Madison. I watched them just grow and grow and grow. And I used to think like, damn, I should get back into it. But I was so entertained watching you, I didn't feel there was a need for me. So the show's roster is TS Madison, Oliver. Oliver is the media person. He does all her media. He's cute. He's funny. They're all hilarious. The show was great. Chi Chi is like his adopted daughter. I like Chi Chi. He reminds me of myself in my younger days. And I could totally see myself doing exactly what he did when they came and told me that I'm not stopping going to the club. I'm gonna smoke my weed and drink my drink and be up in the club getting it up. I was Chi Chi once upon a time. Craig. We got some talking to do, Craig, because I don't want to wish no bad upon you, but it feels like you don't really want to be there. But I mean, you are extreme asset, it seems like, to the show, and clearly she has you there because she loves you and wants you there. But boy, your attitude, the energy that they portray on you, and I do realize that this is TV, so maybe Craig is being portrayed in a way that is not really what Craig is, but it seemed like that might just be who you really are, Craig. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think her name is Legra. Legra? I don't know. I think that's how I say it. She seems like one of the coolest chicks ever because her and Craig took a ride to go look for a venue. And Craig had a lot of good points in that conversation on the car up to where if we make it accessible for people to get to, then it won't be something that people want to always get to, which is very, very true. But Legra was right. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Because this is what TS want. It's the TS Madison experience. It's not the Craig experience. It's the TS Madison experience. Now, I think that Craig is trying to look out for her and the best interest of him not having to do more work than he needs to do. That's what it seems like. I mean, I definitely can tell that he care about her, but he just making sure I care about you, but I don't feel like doing all this shit because at the end of the day, it's unnecessary because it ain't gonna work out for you anyway. I think that's his attitude, and that's okay for him, but it might not be okay for TS. But I do like him too, Craig. He cracks me up. And the beauty of it is, despite the cattiness and the jokes that they throw at each other, and you don't pay me enough to be here and all that, Craig, y'all seem like a family. Which I did see that Oliver mentioned at the end of the show. Like, this is about what I hope that you see. I watched after credits and clips on WeTV.com, and it said that he hopes that people take away that they really are just a family. Now, I took that away, so keep up the good work. You guys seem like America's greatest love. No, you seem like America's number one gay family. I hope that becomes something for y'all. I really do. Miss Sophia. When I tell you, Miss Sophia reminds me of what I wish every woman who was wrapped in their Christianhood would just do and reach, and just throw all the bullshit to the side of what you think you're supposed to do to get into heaven, and realize that love is all that she's supposed to do. And even though she didn't understand it, and TS, her son, becoming her daughter, was the first transgender experience that she ever had, she knew that she loved her daughter and that she was going to do whatever she had to do to keep her daughter in her life. I could testify, I'm not transgender, but I could testify to the story of growing up, being gay, being out, becoming a teenager, 18, 19, and leaving. I left Wisconsin, where I grew up, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Racine, Wisconsin, and disappeared and moved to Hawaii, and I still reside in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I just left. I was like, I'm not going to be around this bullshit. I have an opportunity to go live in paradise and find my gay self. And that's what TS said. I had to go find myself. My journey had nothing to do with you. You made it about you. Well, I shouldn't say this part, but the parent typically makes it about them in their process of trying to not lose their child. Now, I watched her, Miss Sophia said, like, her son died and she was birthed the daughter. I have told so many friends who talked to me about, you came out when I was like 12, 13, 14. I was like 12 to my friends, and my parents actually knew around like 13, 14 maybe. And some people wait till their 20s and 30s to come out, and they're just like, how did you do it? How did you, develop this courage? And how did you get through it with your parents? And I tell people all the time, you have to give your parents time to mourn the death of the child that they thought that they had. Because parents tend to make the mistake of having a child and thinking they can make it something versus focusing on raising a human being. They see this little baby, this infant, this beautiful, precious soul with so much possibility, and they want to mold it instead of guide it. You know what I mean? They want to mold them, like, because most parents be like, you're going to grow up to be a doctor, a lawyer, you're going to do this. That my baby ain't going to do this, my baby ain't going to do that. What you do know is that you don't know. And what you can do is give them information and tools to guide them in the right direction so that they don't go on the wrong path. Which, through all the shit I have went through with my parents, I'm a living example. I went through some wrong paths, but I've gotten to the light. You know what I mean? But it took me, because I wasn't given the proper tools. I was just given judgment and ridicule, and I'm gonna beat this out of you. Instead of giving tools and information and guidance, I was giving, you gonna regret this, and you can't do this, you gonna do this. Instead of being like, what do you want to do? Okay, well, this is why that's not a good idea. Okay, well, this is why this is a good idea. Okay, you can be anything you want to do, but the way to do that is through these fundamentals. But as Black America, the way we attack the concept of you can't be gay because I'm not having a gay child because you're not going to fuck up my ticket to heaven, it just destroys families and communities and self-esteems, and that's why the suicide rate is so high. I could go on and on and on and on. Point being is the relationship between Miss Sophia and TS Madison is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen on national television. I've seen a lot of beautiful things on national television, but it's one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. My hats are off to you, because I just love that your mother reached a space of my child matters more than anything. I just love the episode though. That's all I watched the whole thing. I had to watch it online because I forgot to DVR, but it is scheduled now. I'll tell you that. Y'all check it out. I swear to you, like, as gay people, it's a beautiful, beautiful journey. She's supposed to have Tiffany on there. Now, all this is being recorded during COVID. It seemed just like a super delayed series, but something that you don't want to miss. Like, I'm so happy to get to watch this, because I just love things that shine us in a positive light. It's not trashy. Granted, it was only episode 1, so we don't know what's coming. It could get wild. I don't know. But it's not like this ridiculous show, it seems. And then I know Funky Dineva gonna be on there coming up, and I just love him. He cracks me all the way to hell up. Tiffany's supposed to be on there. I love New York. Like, I just love what she got coming up, and I just can't wait to get more deep into it and keep coming to y'all with more reviews. My opinion is 10 times out of 10, you need to watch every episode of this show, because we got to support us. Brown and down. We got to support us, because if we don't, who will? Okay. That's really it. They had this really cute segment with Miss Mary Isms, because she a little country and she say some things that's a little different, but she's a sweet, sweet lady. Like, I just really highly recommend watching the show. You'll get a love and a hoot out of Miss Mary and TS's relationship. I love Oliver Twix, I believe. Yeah, I love him. He, like, his whole energy, the way he carries himself. Like, I just love everything about him. Chi, I don't know much about you, but I'm gonna get in touch with all y'all and follow y'all on social media. Craig, be nice. Craig, be nice. They love you, and be nice. Okay. Legra, keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to take them all the way to the top. And Miss Sophia, I just want to give you a hug. I just want to hug you. You just remind me of everybody's mama and grandmama, and I just want to give you a big old hug and say thank you for thanking you. But that's all I got for you guys today. Check out the show. TS Madison episode 1 is on WeTV. I love everything about it. And as I always say, love yourself and don't forget to smile.